out of total energy consumption, 30% energy consumption is for the agriculture sector. And we are having more than 1.5 crores farmers. Out of these, 45 lakh farmers are our consumers who are having the agriculture pumps. Now, most of the time, the electric supply to the agriculture sector is done in two phases. Half of the days we supply electricity during the daytime, and half of the time it is in the night time. For the decades, not only in Maharashtra, in most of the states where farmers keep on demanding for daytime power supply, but it's not possible due to the system constraint. At the same time, we have to also optimize the cost of power supply. Now, if we talk about the agriculture sector, most of the time, the supply is at a very hugely subsidized rate. To give you some figures, if my average cost of power supply is 9.5 rupees, the first cross-subsidy burden goes on the industries and other commercial consumers, which makes it around 5 rupee 50 paisa. Then again, the government has to subsidize this tariff to charge only 1 rupee 50 paisa from the farmers. Now, this kind of cross-subsidy burden, when we are looking into this and we have to make the supply to the agriculture sector sustainable, we decided to switch over to the solar. Now, as you are rightly pointing out, we have taken a very, very ambitious target of shifting this 100% agriculture load, which is to the tune of 16,000 megawatt in Maharashtra, for supplying all the farmers daytime reliable power. We have decided that we will be switching over to the solar energy. And the program is known as Kusum C in Government of India program, and in Maharashtra we call it Mukhyamantri Saur Krishi Vahini 2.0 program. Now, what is happening in this program is actually we are creating smaller decentralized solar parks near the substations where we are going to meet the agriculture load. And we have identified the substation where the agriculture load is substantial, and we are creating the capacity by way of these small decentralized solar parks. Now, the target which we have taken is almost 100% load to be transferred to the solar. When we started this program, as you are asking the timeline, why and how it is possible, we started this program in mid of 2023 when we launched this program. This program was initially launched in 2017, but we were struggling in implementation because there were a lot of issues which I'll discuss little in detail a little later. So when we redesigned the whole program, we had a very, very moderate target of 4,000 megawatt initially. But any good scheme which is well designed, which takes care of the concerns of all the stakeholders, the users, the investors, the developers, and also engages the community, what kind of result it can show is the example which we are having here in this agri-solarization program of Maharashtra. When we did the bidding, instead of 4,000 megawatt, we got the bid for 9,200 megawatts. That was almost half of the total load. And when we went for the second phase of the bidding, we could get the 100% bid. Second part of this implementation was the timelines. So when we started, the timeline given was 18 months that all the developers have to complete these projects, which are the decentralized solar parks, in a period of 18 months. And I'm happy to share that within a period of 6 months, we could see first 5 solar parks commissioned, which were inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister in Maharashtra. And we are 100% confident that all the capacity we are talking will not only come by 26, but much before that. We are targeting by September 26. Okay. And till date, as we are talking, 1,600 megawatt capacity already commissioned. So this is that speed and quantum and basically implementation we are seeing in the field, we are 100% sure that this 100% capacity will come by December 26.
Okay, interesting. We look forward to that one, and we'll like to have another conversation with you around that time. But I also want to talk to you a little bit about the impact it is having. About, as far as this entire policy initiative is concerned, how is Maharashtra's solar irrigation initiative actually changing the day-to-day reality for farmers? Did you have a conversation with farmers, groups of farmers? What is their point of view? How is it impacting their lives?
So as I mentioned, it was a demand from the farmers to have the supply during the daytime. Because when we are supplying the power during the night hours, there are a lot of challenges which the farmers are facing. One is the attack by the wild animals, and second is also limiting the workforce. In fact, by changing the supply hours to the daytime, we are now seeing that a lot of women are also participating in the farm activities because it is convenient for them, because they cannot go for farm work in the night. And the livelihood change we are seeing because this daytime power supply is not only ensuring that quality power, at the same time these farmers are getting assured supply, and their productivity is going up because they are able to be sure of that power is available to them. At the same time, our cost of power supply is also going down, and as we are mentioning, that cost of solar energy is lower. So as earlier I was giving the figures for average cost of power supply, which was 9 rupee 50 paisa per unit. In case of these decentralized solar parks, our cost of supply is going down to 3 rupees. So there is a huge saving in the power purchase cost, which is also ensuring that a huge investment is happening in the rural areas. In fact, for this 16,000 megawatt decentralized solar parks, we are having an investment almost 68,000 crores in Maharashtra. And this is going to create more than 70,000 rural sector jobs. So these farmers, they are getting assured supply, they are getting daytime power supply. At the same time, there are a lot of employment opportunities in the rural areas. And in the scheme, we have also a very specific provision. If the farmer also offers the land where the productivity is low and the land is fallow, then they can get up to 1.25 lakh rupees per hectare for lease rent of the land. So their income is going up, productivity is going up. At the same time, from the government side, we are seeing that our subsidy burden is going to be less now. Cross-subsidy burden, which was earlier on the industry and other consumers, commercial consumers, is going down. So it's a win-win situation. In fact, for the farmers, their livelihood is improving. For the government side, we are also seeing the financial burden is going to be less.
So your subsidy burden is going down, your power purchase cost is going down. For
Yes.
farmers, it has, proved to be quite beneficial as well. So in a way, we can say there are tangible economic benefits that the state is also getting because of this. You also spoke about employment, job creation. Any targets, any data that you can share with us?
So we have estimated this, all the decentralized solar parks which we are creating, there will be around 3,000 locations, and they are widespread across the state. And they are to be maintained for next 25 years because these power purchase agreements are for 25 years. So this is going to create a permanent kind of requirement for the manpower, skilled manpower for maintaining these solar parks. And we have estimated that this is going to create minimum 70,000 rural area jobs. We are also started a skilling program. In fact, recently we have launched Maha Sky program, where we are creating skills in the rural youth so that we can get the skilled manpower. At the same time, the job opportunities are created in the rural villages so that locally they can be employed.
You also briefly spoke about the challenges. If you could give us more details, what kind of challenges did you face on the ground? Are you still facing any big hurdles? You said that the program was thought about or launched in 2017. You could only start it in 2023. So what were the challenges then, if there are any challenges that still remain?
So in fact, when we started in 2017 and for almost 6 years we could not see much traction in the scheme, we realized there is something wrong with the planning or the design of the scheme. So we redesigned the scheme totally, overhauled the scheme. We had a detailed discussion with the various stakeholders. We also realized that most of the time these developers who are participating are not getting the financial closure. There are basically risk involved in financing these projects, and the major challenge was the availability of the land. So after winning these bids, these people were not getting the land, and then we decided that we should look for the government land. So for this, in fact, we used the PM Gati Shakti portal. We had a integrated portal designed in MSCDCL for making the land available. And we also linked this PM Gati Shakti portal with our land portal and the Revenue Department land portal. We identified government land parcel in the near vicinity of this substation, which we identified this program within a 5 to 10 kilometer range. And you will be surprised to know that how the technology can help you. We, within a period of 3 months, we identified 40,000 acres of land, which was not only identified, technically we did the feasibility. We got the land allotment from the district collectors, and we got the leasing done. We also created a special purpose vehicle for taking this program further, because we realized that we have to have a presence of big players in this program. So we aggregated the capacity. We started the concept. Initially, we were doing the bidding substation-wise, where the capacity was very small, 1 megawatt, 2 megawatt. So we created clusters of these substations where we were offering 200 to 250 megawatt of a capacity. We created 22 such clusters where we identified the land, leased the land to these special purpose vehicles. We also realized that major hurdle was getting all the necessary permissions. So after getting the basically order, the permissions were all taking a lot of time. So again, we created a special portal. We made the whole process online. All the permissions in this case where we are offering the government land were upfront given to the bidders. In fact, this data room which we created by way of this portal, any bidder upfront could see the availability of land, the permissions which are available, all the documents uploaded. And then they were asked to bid. In fact, we also realized there were some certain concern from the developers or solar developers or the bidders and financial institutions, because there were certain risks, because we were not having any payment security mechanism previously, or we were also not having any deemed generation facility. So we made provision for this. We had a provision for revolving payment security mechanism where the developers were assured that in any case, there will not be any delay in the payments of the basically power which will be procuring in future. At the same time, the deemed generation will ensure that if there is a grid connectivity issue, their generation will be paid. So financial institution also came on board. These developers also got this comfort. And as I was mentioning earlier, when we did the bidding for 4,000 megawatt, we got the bid for the 9,200 megawatt.